Hello, lovely people. Hope you're doing marvellously well. So we're back again with Show Us Your Studio Part 3, numero 3. Okay, this has been fantastic. Thank you ever so much for everybody that submitted their studios. This is the third of a 4-part series. We've had hundreds and hundreds of studio photographs, of videos, and people have given us detail, they've given us an overview. It's been wonderful. In this installment, we have people from Tampa, Waldorf, Maryland, Kansas City, Sheffield in the UK, Illinois, Atlanta, Mount Airy, North Carolina, Montreal, Maryland, Pennsylvania, Kansas, more Montreal, Carlow in Ireland, Victoria in British Columbia, Ontario, Arizona, Michigan, again, everywhere. Queens, Georgia near Atlanta, Garden Grove, Oregon, and in Moscow in Russia. So again, all over the world. Thank you ever so much for giving us this insight into the recording process, showing everybody what it's really like to make music on some of the humblest to some of the most sophisticated setups and everything in between. As you know, I'm a huge fan of this approach because I did not go to a music school and I didn't assist in studios. I came up as a musician that wanted to learn how to record. And I identify with the way that most of us now are forced to have to make music. This is really the only alternative. When I was a kid, to go into a studio, even a demo studio, was hundreds of dollars a day. And then, of course, the professional studios were thousands. There was a time when making music was really just for people who could afford it or those that had record deals. Now we live in a completely different world. With the simplest $300 or $400 setup, you can make amazing music. We are very blessed, and this community is incredible. So please share, like, comment. Let's help each other out. This is all about building a community of like-minded people who are not here to pick on each other, but here to help each other. Thank you ever so much for being so supportive and so wonderful. And let's see part 3.
Hi Warren and everyone else. I'm going to show you around my studio today. It's in Brighton, which is in East Sussex in the UK. It's called Sacred Sound, and it's built into my house. It's actually my old garage, which I converted when I moved into the house many moons ago now. So let's take a look. Alrighty, so we're going into the control room here. That's my workstation. I've got my Soundcraft M12 mixer there, which I used to use for tracking and stuff. Great preamps on there, but I don't anymore. I don't do too much tracking in here apart from my own guitars and stuff. So I kind of just use a different method to record, which I'll show you in a second. Running a Mac Pro there. Can't remember what year it is. And I have my MacBook there as well. I have Pro Tools running. And I run Cubase as well, Cubase 8.5, which I've been using Cubase for years, and I find it just easier to track on Cubase and stuff. And my speakers there, my monitors are Yamaha HS80s. And down here are my interfaces. I have 2 interfaces there. They're both Focusrites. One is a Scarlett 18920, the other one is a Sapphire Pro 40. So I run both of those. I usually use the Scarlett. I'm a guitar player, so I have plenty of guitars around the studio. This room and the other room you see there through the door, they're both actually soundproofed. Like I said, I built the studio when we moved in. My wife does meditation classes, or she used to at the house, so I needed a quiet space to work. As you can see, I have a few fiddles. In fact, I've run out of space for guitars. There's another one. The reason I don't do too much tracking through the desk now is because of this fella here. This is the Blue Guitar Amp 1. I use this for most of my guitar tones along with a Friedman BEOD pedal. This is just incredible. It's a 100-watt guitar amp with a tube power section, etc. It's absolutely phenomenal. Designed by Thomas Blug. So this is the control room. This is actually this was designed and built as an isolated room, so it's decoupled from the brickwork, which is the original garage. And I have a second room as well. Again, this room is isolated, so if I kind of show you the door jab there. There's a little bit of a gap there. So this second room is decoupled from the control room. And this is the room where a few more guitars live. My guitar synth there, my bass, a few more guitars. I seriously have run out of room. Got my sitar there as well, which is actually my wife's. My guitar cabs live in here. I used to mic these up and record with microphones and stuff. There's a Black Star 112 there, and this is a Randall 212. The multi-core is down there somewhere. And I used to mic everything up, but with the Blue Guitar Amp 1, it has a direct out, and I use 2 notes torpedo wall sound with impulse responses, and it just sounds incredible. My amps live on this little rack here. Have a couple of Line 6 DT25 amps, which are fantastic. They're really cool amps. They don't get used much now because of that amp one. And I have my Randall RM100M amp up there with a bunch of George Lynch modules loaded into it. This is a great amp. So there you go. This is the little... I've recorded vocals and stuff in here. Both rooms are treated, so it's a pretty dead sound in here. This room was designed specifically with a room mode calculator to make sure that I don't have any nasty kind of waves or standing waves and stuff in here. So the sound is very good in here. Lots of pedals as well. And there you go. There's a little tour of my studio. Hope you enjoyed. All right, have a great day, everybody. Catch you later.
And this is my setup. I have a Focusrite 2i2 interface, and I connect it with my guitar. It's a little bit bad, and I have here my mic and this seat, and for the guitar tone I have bias effects, and I use Cubase. If you want, go and check my channel, Shredder31. You will hear a song.
It's kind of looking for the secret, not knowing what it's called. I'm feeling somewhat particularly dazed and not knowing what for. You see the mirrors on the ceiling, well they're not what they seem. They've seen a million reflections of people you won't wanna see.
Hey, Warren and Produce Like a Pro students. My name is Sam Knock, and you're with me here at Ear Witness Studios. This is my spot for producing, recording, mixing, video, film work. I do a whole bunch of different stuff. And so I just thought I'd hop on for a second and know people are posting pics and videos of their studios. So this is my humble little spot. I'll try to give you the quick rundown. I am a gear lover and hoarder of many different instruments and stuff to make music with, so I won't show you everything, but this is where I do my mixing right here. I have a C24 behind me. I have Dyne Audio Air series that have been tuned to the room. I'm on Pro Tools. I have both Lynx converters and the Avid HD unit. What else do I got here? Behind me is a Kemper. I love that thing, use it almost every day. I have quite an extensive guitar collection that my wife would probably agree that I own too many and that I should not purchase any more guitars. Just picked up a TMG guitar, really excited about that, and a new bass. And my wife and I play Larrivee acoustic guitars. And what else? Keyboards, Dave Smith's instruments, Native Instruments, and Roland. Really like playing around with the Roland thing. Let's see. I built this studio to really work with songwriters, and so it's kind of an all-in-one room deal. I have vaulted ceilings, so that goes way up. That's about, I think, 15 feet up in the middle of the room. Have some paintings and some treatment on the walls, guitars hanging everywhere. That's my Les Paul. I'm just like moving the camera around and pointing at things. Over here, over here. All right, behind me is my vintage vintage sonar kit. I'll bend down so you can see that. And microphones. I'm a mic collector too, mic junkie. So I won't go over all the microphones that I own. I have been getting a lot of use out of, let's see, this guy lately, which is a Vanguard Audio V13. Let's see, if I go this way, all my preamps right there. I have Neve, Avalon, API, Presonus, True, which is Neumann's kind of partner company for making pre's. There's my Larrivee. Was just doing some tracking with that. I have Hammond organ and a couple of other little goodies keyboard-wise on this side of the room. Hope y'all aren't getting dizzy here. I got a piano that's actually sounds pretty good. Tracks pretty well. Over here on the wall, I had my buddy... these all look backwards. I don't play left-handed, but I think the camera's flipping everything around. That's a Danny Songhurst or Songhurst Guitars model. And my poor TMG is laying down right here. It's had a bum pickup, so I'm getting that replaced. Over here on the other side, Morgan amps. Love what they do. And then I think I showed the Kemper already. And I'll show off a real snippet of something that isn't released yet. But if you add my YouTube channel, I have a lot of gear, demos and reviews, guitar pedals, synth, some tutorial type stuff on there. So again, it's Sam Knaak, Knaak. You can look me up on YouTube. This is a little bit of a cover video that we did. And you can see if the screen will focus. Let's see if I can do this. It is my wife singing. I'll play just a little snippet of this and a band. And this was all shot here in the studio. That's a snippet of something I'm working on. But I do mixing. I do tons of working with songwriters. I mix a lot of hip hop in here. Kind of got into that years ago. I might add, this is, for those of you who are like, man, he's got like a lot of stuff in here. Oh, that's 500 series right there. Moog, Inward Connections, which, I didn't show this either. I have also a summing mixer in here that is was designed and wired up by Steve Furlow of Inward Connections fame, and I mix everything through that summing mixer. So if you ever want to talk summing mixers, I love to geek out about that stuff. So I do a little bit of everything, and it's been 19 years of messing with all this stuff and get to work with some really talented people and work on some really cool music. So that's my spot. Again, I don't know if you got any questions, give me an ad or hit me up. I love to talk about mixing and gear and all that kind of good stuff. So, all right, that's it. Sam Knaak, Ear Witness Studios, and I'm out.
Hey, Warren Huart, what's up, man? This is Ken Polk from Alpha Omega Music Studios. We're in North Reading, Massachusetts. And yeah, man, I'm going to give you a quick little show of our studio, and I appreciate the opportunity and everything that you do for, you know, the music community, especially for audio engineers and producers. Anyhow, we also have a little store here. So this is right when you walk in here, the front door. And a little waiting area. We're a music school as well. So this is what we use actually for our live room here, and we pull out all this stuff here that's kind of in the way now. We pull out these amps, and we got the drums over here. So this is our house kit, which is pretty much mic'd up, and got a bunch of extra snare drums over here. Anyhow, let's go into the control room. Oh, by the way, this is our main isolation booth in here, and it's actually our Studio B, kind of a little PreSonus interface right to a PC, and mic cabinet here with, you know, some large diaphragms, a couple ribbon mics up there, and got a bunch of dynamics in the other room. All right, so here we are. Let's hop in here to the control room of Studio A. Studio A features 44 channel AMEC big console here. We'll hit the lights. I got the vibage going on right now. So we have a 44 channel AMEC big, and gives us plenty of inputs. And then we track to the I'm sorry. There's a salad here. Yeah, anybody hungry? We're using the Orion 32 Plus converter. I used to track to that HD24. I gotta say that thing was quite the workhorse. But in these days, we gotta go right to Pro Tools, right? Anyhow, there's a little bit of outboard gear. Nothing too fancy here, but you know, a couple DBX 160Xs. We just got this UA Audio 4710D, so we got another 4 channels if we want a little different flavor, a little tube flavor there. And the Tone Beast, that Warm Audio Tone Beast, man, I gotta say, man, I'll put in my TLM 103 into that thing, and man, with the transformer on the output there, it sounds really nice. So patch bay here. So yeah, man, that's basically it. Couple instruments on the wall, but yeah, man, love to have you feature the video if you'd like to, and that's basically it. I'll have to get a little sound sample for you too. All right, man. Thanks again, Warren. Peace.
Hey everybody, Scotty here. Welcome to Zenchen Studio, which is just a couple bedrooms in the upstairs of my house, but hey, thought I'd take you on a little tour. We're gonna start in my live room, which I've never had before. Been doing this 5 years. Started with a laptop and an interface. A little tiny one that just plugged guitar in. This is my new live room. It was just a little guest room. Probably heard my voice change as I walked in here. Because I got a lot of sound treatment, acoustical treatment, whatever you want to call it. I got bass traps in the corner, wall panels built them myself. It's just 1x4 pine, which is 3.5 inches thick, and then mineral wool insulation, which is really heavy, dense stuff. Nasty to work with. And it's just inside the frame. And then go to the fabric store, speaker, grill, fabric, whatever you want to call it, and a staple gun. It's pretty simple. Really effective. On the ceiling, clouds, they're just the cheap, eBay 1-inch foam. Glued to masonite. I really got dead in here. The cool thing about this system is I use this, let me see if you can see this. It's, oh, there they go. So let's see that? That's that 3M command adhesive. There's 2 parts. It's Velcro with 3M stuff, so it's all modular. I can take stuff off, put it on, doesn't wreck the walls. These are a little heavier, so they've just got like picture frame, just 2, and they hang on there. So they can come off too. So we can adjust how dead this room is, depending on what I'm doing in here. Right now I got a huge set of drums. These are like mid-80s Tamas, which back in the day, if you remember, which I do, it was a whole lot of drums and really, really big. So this has a monster 24-inch kick. It's just a huge, see that thing? 18-inch floor tom, just huge. That could be a kick. In fact, we might make it a kick. Because when this thing is going, and you get somebody who is a little aggressive, this room is like a sonic tornado in here. So that's the consideration for the setup we've got in here. As far as miking it, I could probably talk for an hour on how I've mic'd it. The long and short of it is watch a lot of YouTube videos, do a lot of testing, don't spend a ton of money. You don't have to. I mean, especially in a room like this and plus I'm 100% in the box, so I'm just looking for a clean signal that I can work with. So on the front, got a homemade sub kick, which is awesome. If you don't have one, look into that. And then this cage that I built, and that slides over the front. And then that purple yoga mat, the wife's old purple yoga mat, goes over the whole thing, and it just kind of contains everything. In a small room, I got a lot of bleed, so it contains all my stuff, which is great. So that's my little live room, which is pretty awesome to have. Here is kind of top of the stairs. You probably heard my voice change. The sound. It's pretty live in here. You can't contain that thing. The room's too small. So I leave the door open, and which helps a ton. As long as you can control any outside sounds coming in, you're good. And then you got the air you can work with. So I just stick a omnidirectional mic right in the middle of this, and I can mess with that, compress the crap out of it, stereo widen it, whatever, make a natural reverb. So I do have to deal with the sounds coming up from the bottom of this stairs. So I have a movable sound panel that I made, which is really cool, and it's kind of critical to the way I work up here. So let's go in the main room, which is right there. All right, we're coming in the main room. The first thing I want to show you is this. When I shut this door, the layout of this house has this little alcove, which a lot of bedrooms do. I made it into a vocal booth. So I've got acoustical treatment, and your singer does not need a vocal booth. I know they think they do, but they don't. Here's the sound panel I keep coming back to because it's critical, especially in a small space. This frees you up to change things around really easily. This goes, let me see if I can show you, right here. And that's now a vocal booth. Well, isolation booth, or whatever you want to call it. You can do a million things with that. You can set a guitar cabinet in there. Lots of stuff. Built just like the rest of it, the stuff in here. I'm lucky enough a carpenter, so I made this. And I know you can't get them, but they're very cool. You could make one. You know somebody that can make one. It's just a 1x6 frame on the outside, and it's got feet on it. And then inside is 1x3, well, it's just 1x4s, which is 3.5 inches. And this is just a bit really dense mineral wool insulation from a house, home improvement store. This does a ton of work acoustically in this room. This kills a lot and controls a lot, and bass traps and all kinds of stuff. The difference when this is in and it is not is amazing. So, best thing ever built. Over here, when you first come in, door, closet. The only thing to note in here, I do have a, down in the corner, you can probably just hear it because it's got a noisy little fan on it. There's a battery backup for the workstation. Cleans up the power. Out in the middle of nowhere where I'm at, power isn't super reliable, so this gives you 15 minutes to shut down. Plus it cleans it up, cleans up the power coming in, which is super handy. Here's a kind of a basic layout of the place. It's a long, narrow room, so just got a couple chairs. You know, when you're meeting with people or doing some tracking guitars or whatever, super nice. And this was a great solution. So I have back-to-back kind of work areas. I'm a big believer in keeping my personal and business and all that stuff off of my workstation. I can't tell you how important that is. This is a workstation. This is a mobile workstation. It's a Dell. It looks like a laptop, but it is a PIG. But this runs Pro Tools 11. And I just stick the iLock USB in there, and it's got everything that the main workstation does. So this is my mobile recording, but that works pretty well. And then we go to the other side. Give you a wider view of it. Not very big. You don't need a ton. These are the oldest thing in here. These are my H7s I bought 3 years ago, somewhere in there. Love them. These are new. Hopefully you'll be able to see these soon. There you are. Personas Eris, I think they're called, 4.5 inch. Super duper affordable, amazing. Detail, very punchy. But here's the trick, folks. You blend those two. You set the level on these, and then you bring these up until, while you're playing a reference mix, something you know. And they're all run through this Behringer monitoring setup. So it takes my two sources, which is my two interfaces, so I can work with either one of them. And then I've got the two monitors, which are on now. And then I have a third channel, which is mono, for the baritone. And here's the trick. You make it sound good on that, and then you switch over to that, and if it still sounds good, you're there. It's pretty simple. It's not much harder than that. So this is how I work. I'm a two-screen guy. It's a virtual console, essentially. That's the way I treat it. And then my sessions over here. That's how I work. The Avid Artist. Fantastic. I'm old school. I like to have faders. That's what I have. You don't need that. That's $1,000. I mean, seriously. HP workstation. I'm a Windows guy. I've never done the Mac thing. Super clean. You got your operating system, your DAW, and anything associated with that only. Nothing else. That's the only way you can run Windows. You know, no antivirus, no BS. You just got to keep it clean. You got to keep it separate. So here's my studio. This is the heart of it. It's all it is a Focusrite Scarlett 18i20, and then an Octopre. So I've got 16 ends. Super simple. Not that expensive. You got this, you can do pretty much anything. Then I've got a headphone amp. And then with the Focusrite stuff, you can send headphone mixes out. And with this headphone amp. I can send separate mixes, which is freaking cool. It's on its own box. So if I want to go mobile, I'm out of here in like minutes. I disconnect my snake, which is rolled up right there right now. Bring that with. But yeah, that's it. And it's got its own power supply, so it's in its own box. And then what stays here is another power conditioner. And then my original interface, 11 rack, kept it because it's freaking awesome. Excellent for 100 different things. And then there's my outboard gear. Well, I don't know. Do you call it outboard gear? It's just a signal chain. It's a little cheap freaking Behringer tube preamp. Use that for vocals, use that for bass. And then I just got in a little mobile rack. I got some stuff down there, DI box and some pedals. But I'm gonna switch back here. So yeah, I'm 100% in the box. When I started, you know, 4 or 5 years ago, I started, like I think I said, a laptop and a little tiny $25 interface. It's taken a long time to get to this. A lot of sacrificing, a lot of work, a lot of research, a lot of YouTube videos. Does everything I need it to do. Will it change? You betcha. This is, like I said, it's 4th generation of this. But for now, it's exactly what I need. I don't keep anything. If I don't use it and it's not being used, I sell it and I buy something I need. I don't have a pile of crap laying around that I don't need. It makes it super clean, super simple. So this is my studio, Zention Studio. That's me, Scotty. See you later.
Thank you ever so much for watching. What a wonderful selection of studios. Please share, like, and just help build this community. I hope you have a marvelous time recording and mixing, and I'll see you all again soon for part number 4.